All right, so I got a couple great clips and videos for you today. Of course, the first one being Mark Carney getting a well-deserved welcome in Calgary.
Korea. Please welcome the Right Honourable Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh my God, everyone's booing.
All right, so the second clip is another fun one. Mark Carney trying to flip a pancake, and this is probably the hardest he's ever worked in his life.
Oh, there you go. That's not it. That's not. I was better in Ottawa. There you go. I'm gonna do another one. I'm practicing. I got a little cocky there. But I was here.
I'll just clean it up for you.
No, I'll take responsibility. Okay. These are mine. I'm not making anyone eat these.
All right, so now we're going to jump into Pierre Poilievre's opening of his speech in Calgary, and it's pretty good. He's poking fun at Carney and the Liberals, and the crowd loves him.
Thank you, Calgary. It's great to be home. It's great to be back here for the greatest outdoor show on earth. And before I begin, thank you to the amazing Damien Couric, a man for whom I will forever be grateful. Thank you, Damien. You know, there'll be more to say about him in a moment, but I did overhear him talking about my door knocking, and what he forgot to tell was his first campaign. Despite the immense lead he had, he did not want to take anything for granted. Damien was out door knocking, I think it was in Drumheller, and he wouldn't let up. It got to be 9 o'clock, it was late at night, and he kept going. And his team said, you know, it's getting to be 9:15, maybe you should think about stopping. He said, no, we got to keep on going. He wanted to win every single vote. So it got to be 9:30. The lights were starting to go out on the street, and Damien just kept on going. And finally, his team said, Damien, you're going to start costing us rather than winning us votes. He said, okay, I'll make you a deal. One more vote, and then I stop. He goes up to this house, lights are all off, bangs on the door. All of a sudden, babies crying. Multiple babies crying. The lights go on, they're screaming and hollering from the parents. The mother opens the door and says, you just woke up my triplets. And my husband, she says, who is an Olympic weightlifter, is going to be coming down to have a word with you. And he said, that won't be necessary, just tell him that the Liberal candidate came by to say hello. How are you, Premier? Great to see Premier Danielle Smith, a champion for freedom. Wow. They love you, Danielle, and I know that you're a very hospitable person at Stampede time, even for Liberals. We have to be hospitable. And so let me start in a spirit of nonpartisanship as a Calgarian to welcome Prime Minister Mark Carney to his very first Stampede in this role. And he had, of course, to do the customary thing and flip some pancakes. Now, he thought he would be great at it because in his trade talks with Trump, he's had so much experience flip-flopping. But still, it didn't go as planned. One of the pancakes got broken in half and the other one splattered everywhere. And he owned up to it, but a careful review of a slow motion replay demonstrated exactly what the problem was. He couldn't figure out whether to put his elbows up or down. So,
well, something bad is happening at the pools in Quebec, and I think I know why. Make sure you stick to the end because I got another video that kind of explains it. Well, they don't really say, but we can assume.
These people, they don't have no business harassing women, and it's over. We're not accepting plausible deniability anymore. Concerned
Montrealers are speaking up here in Jarry Park after the recent rise of concerns regarding voyeurism at its public swimming pool.
On Reddit, I saw about dozens of witnessing about harassment, about creeps following women during the night, during the day, in front of the pool. And apparently people sit there like for hours on end.
Villeray-Saint-Michel Parc Extension Borough wrote in an email to City News that they received 3 complaints on June 26 and are taking these incidents of voyeurism and inappropriate gestures towards swimmers at the Jarry Park pool seriously. Recently, many posts and comments from Montreal Reddit users have spoken out about similar experiences at Jarry Park and claimed to have experienced alleged incidents of stalking, perverts, and peeping toms.
There was a lot of people complaining that people were snooping around, looking at them. And a lot of people said, like, over the years, they stopped coming here because of that. It's not even just about Parc Jarry. It's as a whole, as a society, we're failing of, like, making, more specifically, men understand that catcalling in streets or, like, staring or, like, whistling at women is just wrong. It's not appreciated.
I had some calls from some women and from some young women who are living in these areas who shared with me that unfortunately we have been in the pool sometimes, and because of the situation, staring men who are sitting there, and you see that they are not there to swim and just staring insistently to us and taking pictures.
The SPVM said in a statement they've increased police presence on foot and on bicycle in the area to quickly intervene those exhibiting inappropriate behavior. Additionally, the borough said they arranged more staff to provide additional surveillance around the pool. Montreal Police and the borough encourage anyone who spots suspicious behavior in the area to file a complaint with their neighborhood police station or to call 911.
If you notice just by the corner of your eye, like a woman being approached by a man or like anyone that they don't want to deal with, and that person is being persistent with them and saying like, and the woman is clearly saying no, you should act up. You should say something. You shouldn't stand on the side and just wait for it to happen.
In Montreal, Diona Makalinga, City News.
Now, this video right here explains what is happening at pools in other countries. It's a great video. Make sure you check it out. I may have to mute a few of the words because YouTube doesn't like them.
From horny cultures, and when they come and see women in bikinis or if they show a little bit of skin, they can't control themselves, and then they just grab him. But he's got no shame. You got a husband? Don't worry about it. He doesn't need to know. I wouldn't tell him if you don't. Jeez, I'm a man and even I'm getting scared. Look at their warning signs. White German woman sexually assaulting a brown immigrant man. Brown migrant woman is being sexually harassed by a native German man. It's because they are raised with this thinking that white Western women are cheap whores. I'm surprised he didn't try to guilt trip her by saying, hey, look, Israel is bombing my people. You know, I'm so desperate. Can you please give me a... They feel bad for them. They give them pity.
That is it for this one. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.